Wow. What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. This is the truth behind the Andre Harrell and Suge Knight beef. Now, Andre Harrell was one of the youngest to ever really get started at doing what he was doing as far as running an urban label. And there were, at the time, it was only like two companies that was really urban and putting out the music, such as like hip hop and R&B. And he was mostly into classic R&B. Like Heavy D was like one of his first artists. Then he got Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, and Puffy was there for the start of all that. And they had temporarily had Biggie up there with Little Sean, and this thing was taking off, and they was gonna be working and doing some things together, and some things transpired where Puffy was let go, and things just weren't working out because it was rumored that Andre Harrell and Mary J were an item, and that they were actually managing Mary J and Jodeci. So Suge at that time used to come travel back and forth, hang out with Jermaine Dupri in Atlanta. He used to go to come to New York, go to the headquarters, meet with Jimmy and those guys up here at Interscope. And he was getting into he had just straightened out a deal with Lear Cohen and Russell Simmons. Then he has to straighten out a deal also with Andre Harrell, because Jodeci, while on tour, and the Dog Pound was out there and stuff, and Suge knew them because Jodeci blew up the scene on the R&B side, and that's something that Suge really wanted to get cracking with Death Row. He wanted to get Death Row's R&B side rolling. He they had the rap side. They needed some R&B. And Jodeci was just proven, so he really wanted to get Jodeci, because they are already some proven artists, and he can just put some of his R&B artists with Jodeci and start his own movement. So Suge was very smart with that. And then Mary J, she just came out with a hot album with that You're All I Need with Method Man, and her first album was a hit, and they're upset because the monies that come back is not what they expected. So they thinking they getting robbed, and they're unhappy with the cut that's happening with Uptown. And back when they seen they seen Snoop and all these dudes blowing up Dr. Dre and the Chronic. So when they seeing all those guys blow up in Death Row and all of them, Suge, talked to Mary J and Jodeci and them. And Suge was, man, I hate to see something happen like that to artists, because everybody always say, man, I wish I had something I could do. These contracts are bad, but I'm signed into it. I don't know. Ain't no way out. I can't afford no lawyer. See, that's why I'm in the business that I'm in, because I try to help the artists. Nobody's never say nothing about the people that ripped them off. And all I'm trying to do is help these people feed their families. They put in all this work and they ain't getting none of the money. So what they do gonna come over there and mess up their whole livelihood. Gonna cut them a paycheck, paying to keep you in check. Ain't nobody gonna keep me in check. So I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Give me a couple minutes of your time. I'll come in and manage it. See, cause you got Andre Harrell and them managing you. Now how your record label gonna manage it at the same time? That's a conflict of interest. Right there. That's bad news. So right away you gotta have somebody representing you. So I'm gonna come in as your manager. So they sign up, Jodeci, Mary J. Blige sign up with Suge Knight to manage them, his management group. So here's what they managed to do. They managed to get themselves in a situation where Andre Harrell, who people don't know, he's a nice guy, he's a very fun guy, but he is shrewd when it comes to business, and he could be nasty. And that shrewd and nasty attitude can rub some people the wrong way, who ain't gonna tolerate it or might take it in another direction. And Suge Knight decided to come have a meeting at his office to talk about the contract of his artists. So he went there. It's like, all right, we want to talk about, have a discussion about some of the royalties that's supposed to be getting paid to the artists, and the advance money y'all supposed to be sending, that ain't coming through. So all of this started to lead to a bad situation. The conversation went left, and Andre Harrell was very short with them and getting an attitude. And he was like, man, I'm going to the bathroom. And they decided they wanted to go to the bathroom too. Suge and his bodyguards. Next thing you know, they come out of the bathroom. Andre Harrell is signing contracts. Gave them whatever they wanted. Now, whatever happened in that bathroom, I have no idea. I wasn't there, so it ain't nothing to talk about. So, from all I do know is that he complied with everything that they asked, and he got out of town. I mean, literally, got out of town. He took off. Next thing you know, he wanted out. Jodeci was moved. He shipped Jodeci over to the main label, MCA Records. He got out and was like, look, I'm out. Then Jodeci got paid more. They got like 20% more in their royalties. And Mary J. Blige did. So for their next album, they were paid handsomely, which sold 3 million copies. They got good money returns off those. Something they wouldn't have got if they didn't run into Suge. So obviously they did something right. That he did something right, getting their money for his artists that he was representing. And things was never the same with Andre Harrell since he left Uptown Records, put Heavy D in charge, and he went on over to Motown. But that's another story. But, relationships were damaged after that with, like, Mary J., and Andre Harrell, Jodeci and Andre Harrell. That whole situation after that was not good. Completely not good. And that's it. So don't forget to follow the playlist that you'll see at the end. Get caught up on all the truth behind videos. And I'm out.